So all of you know Dr. Outlaw, but I get a chance to introduce her. I'm just going to introduce her with her professional title. She is the Academic Program Consultant to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration's Minority Fellowship Program at the American Nurses Association. Dr. Outlaw is a mentor. Dr. Outlaw is a consultant. Dr. Outlaw is a friend. So whenever we do this together, I just forewarn, we need some tissues. And so she really wants to spend some time, just a little bit, telling you a short story about us. Dr. Outlaw.
Okay, so when I was fresh out of my postdoctoral study at the University of Pennsylvania and looking around, I had a sort of an open door because I hadn't learned all the rules yet about how you're supposed to be in there and hunkered down. This one would come to visit me with all her bags because she didn't have a car. I couldn't imagine anybody not having a car. And we got to know each other, and I really figured out I knew about mentoring sort of, but I had never had a person like me to mentor me because I went through part of my high school, all my college, all my graduate school, and my postdoc with never having a person of color be a faculty member. And that didn't mean that some of those people did not. There were two women of European descent that were very important, well, three actually, in my life that helped me. One was when I was in college. I was going to be put out my senior year because at Berea College, where I went to school, you had to have a driver's license in your senior year. And we had a car in our family, but nobody was allowed to drive it but my mother. Can you imagine? My father didn't drive. And I didn't know how to drive, and you had to have a driver's license. And the dean told me if I didn't have a driver's license by second semester, because we went out, we were at Frontier Nursing Service, and we went out and we did that stuff, real community engagement in Jeeps, long before Jeeps were popular, that I would have to leave. And Martha Pride was a woman of European descent who taught me how to drive. So fast forward to Penn, there were two women, Dr. Barbara Lowry and Dr. Lois Evans, who really helped me get through that process of being promoted and also getting into the academy. So I honor them, but I never had anybody to understand the struggle. So this one would come to my office and we would talk about the struggles. And I decided that I would help her. And that's how we got started. I became her unofficial mentor and then sort of her official mentor. And we've sort of been together ever since. We went through the dissertation, then we were struggling.
She became a member of my dissertation committee.
Yes, and I called a meeting one night at my house, and we were there at 11 o'clock at night with some other significant people, making a way. And so we did. And then, so now it's sort of, we've gone from mentee, mentor. So this is the part about sponsor. Now we're colleagues, and in a lot of ways, my colleague has surpassed me in terms of what she's doing, and that is the way it should be. So I am happy and joyous about that, because I'm older, and I got other things on my mind now, and she can carry the way. And so that's why it's so very important where you sit and what you do, and as Dr. Millender has said, how you carry it forward. It is really, really important, because I know I have been, and I have to give personal privilege. I think Jack Payne Borden was the first mentor officially that I had in this program. Jackie, raise your hand. There she is. And she's still claiming me, so, okay. And I think I'm probably maybe the oldest person in this room. And I was an MFP fellow in 79 to 81. It was 2 years, 79 to 81, I believe. And we had resources. It was better than it could have been. but we didn't have all the resources that have evolved and developed as this program has grown, and we're very, very proud of how it's grown. And we look forward for you all to give us input. That's why those surveys are so important, because that's what helps us grow. If we don't know what you need and what you're going through and what you want, and sometimes I say to the team, it's not always what people want, it's really what they need. Because sometimes when the struggle is real, what you want is not exactly what you need, but that's what we're here for, to help you work that out. So please, when you get those surveys from us, please respond. We really need your input. And with that, my short story that gets kind of long, Miss Janet Jackson tells me sometimes I can get long, but I tell her that's what psychiatric nurses do. That we are into process, understanding, conversation, and working out and figuring out the nuances. So they've learned to have patience with me as we do that. So that's my short story.
Definitely, we are born storytellers.
Yes.